Hello, this is John from MyBrainOnGames.com, and today I'm here to play Phoenix for the Atari 2600. I've been playing a little bit of it just in preparation for this video. It is an old arcade game, hence it's on the Atari 2600. You'd guess it's an old game, but this is an old arcade game originally. It was ported to the Atari 2600 by Atari, released in 1982. I think the original arcade release was originally released in 1980. Published by Centuri and developed by Amstar Electronics, hailing from Phoenix, Arizona, perhaps an indication of the name. And it's kind of like Space Invaders, at least that's what Wikipedia says. It's just a normal space shooter in that vein. And this game had a clone, or not necessarily a clone, but a like game called Demon Attack that Imagic put out that I really like. And they put it out on the Atari 2600. I played it somewhere on one of these compilations for the PS2. I don't know who owns the rights for it. I think Activision owns the rights to Imagic games now. But this was an Atari game, Atari port of a Amstar Electronics or Centuri game. I think Taito later on bought the rights or bought out Centuri something. And I played the arcade version in a PS2 compilation of Taito Legends. And I like that game, but I think I like Demon Attack more. And having played this just a smidge before starting this video, I think I like this game too. It's pretty fast-paced and responsive, which is something I normally don't associate with the Atari 2600, although I didn't grow up with it and don't have a ton of experience with it. It seems like I like it. Maybe not as much as Demon Attack, but this is still a pretty solid game, it seems. I picked this up at a local comic book flea market sort of store in Broken Arrow, the Tin Penny, Quizzy's Comics and the Tin Penny. Got it for a couple of bucks, and I saw the name, knew what it was, and sure enough, I did not have it, so picked it up. So let me go ahead and reset it so we can check it out. And like I said, I've been playing it just for a little bit here, just to kind of check it out and kind of not suck it up too terribly on this video, which I was just turning down the volume on the TV so I could hear myself a little bit better while I talk. And so yeah, I'm this little dude down at the bottom. I'm trying to destroy these incoming aliens, or these incoming enemies. And I'm not going to have a good first run here. And, I mentioned at the top that I don't really have a lot of experience with the Atari 2600. I played it a lot. I played, whenever Jeff and I were having our video game Olympic competition, I mean, we probably played 150, 200 games in the Atari 2600. Probably most of them through compilations, though. But this, the Atari 2600 controller, I'm not super fond of. It's iconic, no doubt, but feels like I really got to wrestle with it just to get some sort of character movement out of it. Thankfully, though, like I said, this game is very responsive, and this character really just zooms across the screen. You can see, at most, I can have one bullet on screen, sort of like Space Invaders. But, whenever these enemies are flying low and you just start hammering on it, as long as you make connections, you're just going to start firing rapid fire, and that is really fun. And, this game, I think it looks pretty good for the 2600. I like the variety of colors, and this is very cool that the enemies actually change. And here in one or two more waves, we're actually going to see the boss. We're going to have a boss stage, which, doing just a brief amount of research before playing this, saw that this game is notable for being one of the first to have bosses. Although, they weren't called bosses at that point. Kind of one of the first games to have bosses on a stage unto themselves, not as part of the normal action. Because remember, the original game came out in 1980 in the arcades, and this is said boss. We got a spaceship that we're trying to destroy bit by bit to destroy the pilot there. Pilot of the vessel. Man, this is tapping as fast as I can, and I can just feel it in my wrist. Oh, got one life left. Are we going to be able to get him? Alright, got him. Okay, so then it restarts. Assuming it's going to get tougher. Assume maybe the stages get a little bit tougher with each go-around. But maybe not. Maybe just rinse and repeat. not sure on this Atari 2600 version, and to tell you the truth, I'm not sure on the arcade version even. That was lame. It's terrible. Get resituated, maybe get this controller a little more comfortable. I'm still working it out. This game must have some sort of strange history in the years since its release. Like I said, this was developed by Amstar Electronics, based out of Phoenix, Arizona. Originally published in arcades by Centuri. It published a lot of kind of Konami arcade games back in the day, in the arcades, before Konami got, I guess, big enough, or opened up a Western branch. Got big enough for a Western branch, or opened up a Western branch. Gyrus being one of the more notable ones for me. And, you know, I said that I believe Taito owns the rights to this game currently. They bought up the rights at some point, whether through buying Amstar Electronics or buying Centuri, buying the rights to this game specifically, something. This game did have some controversy whenever it was ported to the 2600 due to its Demon Attack from Imagic had some controversy whenever it was released on the Atari 2600. Atari claimed that it was too similar to this game. And, you know, put them side by side, they are pretty similar. But that was settled out of court. So you can basically assume, okay, Imagic said, yeah, this game is maybe a little too similar to your game. We'll settle out of court. Let's get this done with and move on. This game did have a sequel developed, but not by Amstar Electronics, not by the original developers of it, but by Tekken, who would later go on to be known as Tecmo. So I thought that was kind of odd, especially considering this game or the rights something are now owned by Taito. Well, Tecmo still owns the rights to the sequel, Pleiades or Pleiades. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it is actually available on the Tecmo. I'll get it up in the camera. What is this? The Tecmo Classic Arcade compilation for the Xbox. Back when Tecmo and Microsoft were pretty hunky-dory together. Back during the OG Xbox era. So, I don't think I've given that game a whirl yet. At least if I have, I do not recall it. But if it's anything like this, it should be a decent title worth playing. Man, I'm just sucking it up here. I like the animation of my player down there. It really went what seems to be the extra mile for it. Because, I mean, you got to bear in mind when this game came out, that's probably pretty impressive. That's probably a little bit of a programming feat. Okay, and it figures with this last life, I'm going to go the distance. Okay, gearing up for this run. This run's going to be a good one. Okay, let's go. Did I say this one's gonna be a good one? It's gonna be a good one. Man, it's not gonna be a good one. Huh. And watching a little bit of the video on this game, at least this Atari 2600 version, it seems like there should be an actual soundtrack playing in the background besides just the beeps and boops, but my copy doesn't. I did see some other copies that didn't online, so I'm wondering if maybe different version? Maybe my cartridge is dirty, maybe the Atari 2600. Well, it's not my 2600. I did try a couple of other games just to verify that I was getting music from other games, so I think I can rule out the 2600 itself. It may be the game. Like I said, I did get this from a thrift store, flea market type store, so it may have been a little dirty. I did take some cleaner to the contacts and wiped it down a little bit and Didn't see an improvement. One down, 2 to go. I don't think I'm gonna. Oh well. I was gonna say I don't think I'm gonna get back to the boss, but maybe I will. Just gotta stay away from this low flyer. He can drop bombs and hit me in just no time at all. This is where it gets tricky. We just got like 1 enemy, 2 enemies left on screen. Hard to kind of get them lined up. The peril of Star Wars, peril of Space Invaders and similar games like that. Oh man, makes you just wish you could just hold the button. I may be able to get them. Oh yeah. Okay, well at least I got through the first wave, or first sets of waves, one more time. I think I noticed I get an extra life at 5,000 points, and that's as far as I can go. I was backed up against it. Okay, let's see. I think I'll give it another try or two. Looks like I get an extra life at 5,000, I believe. Let's see. First wave, no lives lost. Doing good. Alright. First 2 waves down, no lives lost. Ooh. Alright, dropping them like flies. Oh. Looks like if they reach the ground after you shoot their wings, they'll get the wings back. No? Maybe it's just time-based? I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter. I got that one. All right. Oof. Okay. Into it, I could tell. Just like whenever you shoot the basketball, it rolls off your fingertips and you know it's not going in. Use that to kind of... Man, I'm losing all my lives here. And he's getting lower and lower. Okay, this is going to be my shot. Oh, I tried to focus on firing and kept my hand off the joystick. That was not the strategy to go with. Man, this is really giving my hand a workout, specifically my left hand, the trigger hand. Yeah, if you do know that this port is supposed to be playing music, and you notice that mine is not, let me know in the comments on resolution for it. I did just do a quick Google search to see if there was something that I could fix immediately with it, or something that would immediately narrow down my search, and like I said, I did not spend a lot of time looking at it, so I do not know one way or the other. Okay, is that it for that one? Let's see, it's about 15 minutes in. Why don't we do one more good round, one more good session? So hopefully this one will be a good session. Okay, so far so good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so far so good. Very good. was getting tricky. I was going to have a hard time getting out of that. Last one, last one. Oh, well, kamikaze. Lost a life, but got him in the process. Don't like having that many so close to the ground. That kind of makes me nervous. Because I know if they start dropping bombs, I'm not going to be able to evade them. Or could get caught over here in this corner. Extra life, kamikaze. Kind of get a rhythm going here. I know whenever my bullets are going to hit, so just keep tapping in that rhythm. Let's at least get this blue bar broke through. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Moved in into. Damn it. I can got him. I can get him. Got him. Okay, at least cut through there one more time. Let's see how far we can go on this last life. Maybe we'll get up. Maybe get enough points to earn an extra life. Maybe every 5,000 we get an extra life. Okay, good. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. Oh. Gotta get these low-flying enemies. Don't want them. Don't want them. Doing good. Oh, no, we do not get an extra life at 10,000. So it's not every 5,000. Something like first 5,000, then who knows from there. Maybe 10,000. Whew, gave my hand a workout. Haven't played Atari 2600 in a while. A couple months at least. May get back into it. Well, 17.5 minutes. That's good enough. Look at Phoenix, I guess. It was my first time playing it. At least playing the Atari 2600 port. As mentioned, released 1982 for the Atari 2600, ported by Atari. Arcade version originally released in 1980, developed by Amstar Electronics, published by Centuri. Taito now owns the rights. You can play the arcade version on Taito Legends, or one of the Taito Legends games for the PlayStation 2 or Xbox. Tekken, nowadays known as Tecmo, developed the sequel, Pleiades, which you can play on the original Xbox in the Tecmo Classic Arcade Collection. Like I said, don't know if I've played that or not. If I have, it did not leave a lasting impression. But another good game like this, if you're not going to play one of those or this version, Demon Attack. Maybe even better. At least I think I still like Demon Attack better. Equally fast-paced, equally colorful, maybe even a little more in both areas. But anyways, this was Phoenix for the Atari 2600, and this was John from mybrainongames.com. You can check me out there. You can also check me out on Twitter and YouTube as John Engelman, JohnEngelman. If you do check me out, I'd appreciate it. I guess that'd be cool. Anyways, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.